seen where they say a diplomatic note from the U.S. Embassy shared with the Gleaner states that the former Jamaican ambassador, that's you,
Yes, I saw it.
yes, that you made the
That is
proposal. Have you seen that
right.
diplomatic note? Have you seen the note itself?
Yes, we have seen the note, and we responded. Responded just to make sure that it was clarified that this note was about a discussion on the structured migration program, and it was agreed. So the same person that leaked the MOU and leaked that note also had other emails that clarified that the 10,000 structured migration program numbers would be dealt with separately because the focus now is on finalizing the TCN. So it was interesting that that clarification was not leaked, just the diplomatic note asking for the meeting to discuss the 10,000 TCN and the MOU. Those are the two documents that were leaked.
So have you since seen this clarification to which you make reference?
Yes, so as part of the team that was involved in the discussions and the clarifications. So not only would I have seen it, but the ministries involved would have seen it, yes.
Can you please send me a copy of that
clarification?
clarification
No, I can't send you
well?
internal documents like that. I can send you, for example, a document that I've authored that is circulated generally, but not internal documents, no.
So who is it you say clarified this comment that the Gleaner saw? Somebody from the U.S. Embassy?
It was clarified by the U.S. Embassy, yes. And I'm sure if you ask the U.S. Embassy, they will also say, yes, it is clarified. That is why we proceeded to negotiate the TCN agreement and arrived after another 3 months or 2 months after that diplomatic note was sent to an agreement. Now, I think what is also missing as you're asking those questions, what is missing is the timeline.
Just hold on for me. Hold on for me, Minister. I have to take a break. Will you just please hold on for me? This is the Prime Minister, Ambassador Audrey Marks, and she was telling us before the break that the timelines are important. Minister, we're back with you.
All right.
Thank you so much for waiting. I know we committed to ending. I certainly committed to ending at 11 o'clock, but we didn't get you about 8 minutes before. So my apologies for the long delay, and I know you have an extremely busy schedule today, so thank you for the indulgence. Tell me about the timeline.
I want to get back to the timeline.
Yes.
Because that is important. The diplomatic note came in, I think, around the 10th of March, and the clarification was done just about these are the 10th. The follow-up email clarified about the two programs that have been done the 11th of March. The MOU would have been signed on around the 15th or so of, let me just look, around the 15th of June. And the person who leaked the MOU went back to a document from in March, one document, not the document, and the clarification, and sent the leaked MOU and the diplomatic note out together. So it wasn't as if there was a recent diplomatic note at the time of signing the MOU. So that was a deliberate attempt to conflate the two issues.
So in other words, that diplomatic note on the 10th of March 2026, when did you see that note?
It would have been about either the 10th or the 11th of March.
And so
that was seen and answered and put to rest that there are two different programs. Let us focus on the TCN MOU at this time. The negotiations continued with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of National Security and concluded that MOU. And the conclusion of that MOU said a maximum of 25 persons would transit Jamaica every 2 weeks. They would not be criminals. They would not stay here. They would not stay more than, I think, 7 days, maximum 14 days. If at any point 10 of those persons asked for asylum in Jamaica, the program would immediately stop. that the maximum persons that could stay in Jamaica at any point would be 34. So all of that was worked out before the agreement was signed.
No,
So
but hold on. This is interesting because
yes.
I got the impression.
Yes.
I don't know how, and because the timelines were never clarified.
Yes.
I thought this clarification in relation to the diplomatic note came after the Gleaner story on the 16th of June. But you're saying
no,
it is
not
like
at
the
all.
day after that
Yes.
you saw it. You wrote to the US and they clarified it to say that it's not, you're not talking about the TCN program, but you're talking about the structured migration program.
Yes, and then you have to look at you're a lawyer. You look at subsequent actions. That was settled, and they moved on to discuss the MOU.
Yes,
and they spent another 2 months discussing. In fact, nearly 3 months working and negotiating on the MOU. And I must say, and give credit to our staff, our teams, in both ministries that dealt with it and the Attorney General's department. The U.S. will tell you this was one of the hardest negotiated MOUs that we have, and the one that really it would have the most safeguards for Jamaica in it. So they spent time and they negotiated something that could come back to cabinet. We could look at and say, okay, we can move on this. But the reason why it wasn't made public immediately, because it is still work in progress. You can sign off on the MOU, but then you still have to work through the details. And further, even if the government had planned to make it public, the stage where they had reached to say we have now reached to assignment, that would have been decided on the Thursday was when the MOU would have been signed in.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show for this Wednesday evening. It's going to be a nice show this evening. Because one of the things that we are going to be doing this evening, Ralston and myself, we are going to be putting out a slew of ideas. And Ralston Iman is going to be crunching the numbers to show you that these things can work. And if the government get onto these things, Jamaica will start seeing growth of upwards of 5% on a consistent basis. Call members of the government. We want you to call your friends and family, because them call with bad news who are and they say we criticize the government. And yes, we do. A lot of us criticize the government. But there are some of us who our intentions are pure. Our intentions are all about the betterment of the country called Jamaica. So call everybody, share the live, like up the live. Good evening and welcome. Welcome to all listeners and viewers right across the world, wherever you're watching from, wherever you're listening from. Welcome to PortlandspiceTV. This is the Colin Bell Show. We do it Mondays to Wednesdays, 5 p.m. until 7 p.m. Saturdays and Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Remember, we want to be what you want to see. Portland Spice TV, the spice of the Caribbean. All Caribbean, one people. Get used to it. All Caribbean, one people. We're not going, even though I'm answering your call, I don't ready to take your call yet, because there are a couple of things that we have to deal with before we take your calls this evening. The TCN issue is an issue that we have to constantly look at and look at the holes and even if you're going to help out the United States, the government should not be hiding this from the citizenry. Yeah? And therefore, we're not letting it go. We're not letting go the Dr. Wheatley issue either. Oh, Daryl never come to Parliament yesterday. Dark court yesterday and in the court today. All right. So let's get into this. You were listening to Emily Shields and Ambassador Audrey Marks. And right here, we are going to get into one of the reasons why we can't trust the government. Yeah? We can't trust the government. And here we go. Let's go back to Audrey Marks.
In June. And the press conference not that follows would have been on the Wednesday. This was leaked on the Monday.
Oh, so hold on a second.
So,
because the times are important.
Hold
As I
on there, let's
recall
come
it,
back.
the minister, when he spoke in Parliament, you are pulling back the 15th.
The chance to even discuss it.
No.
The MOU that we have, and
Here
the
it
one
is.
that
Listen.
really it would have the most safeguards for Jamaica in it. So they spent time and they negotiated something that could come back to cabinet. We could look at and say, okay, we can move on this. But the reason why it wasn't made public immediately, because it is still work in progress. You can sign off on the MOU, but then you still have to work through the details. And further, even if the government had planned to make it public, the stage where they had reached to say we have now reached to assignment, that would have been decided on the Thursday was when the MOU would have been signed in June. And the press conference not that follows would have been on the Wednesday. This was leaked on the Monday.
Oh, so hold on a second, because the times are important. As I recall it, the minister, when he spoke in Parliament, he spoke on the 17th of June.
Yes.
And he told us the MOU was signed the Thursday before, which was about
Right.
the 11th.
11th of June.
10th or the 11th. I think he said Wednesday or Thursday. So
Yes.
you agree with that? That is about
Yes,
the 10th.
I agree with that.
Right, because
I thought
originally you
normally-
said the 15th. I just want to make sure that you are pulling back the 15th then, and you are saying it's about the 10th or the 11th
No,
of June?
the 15th was when I think was released in the Gleaner. Is that the
No, the
16th or
16th. The 16th it was released
Right.
in the Gleaner, but it was signed about the 10th or 11th,
Right.
you're saying.
So
Okay.
it would not have come to the public for discussion until press conference day, which would have been on the 17th. So it was deliberate.
So, you hear what she said? She said the information on the TCN would have come to the Jamaican people on the 17th. We are saying that the government had no intention of telling the people of Jamaica about this. So that's Audrey Marks. Before she spoke, and sure say not even the lie them can't get together, them can't even get them timeline set. I am going to play now this youth here from Nationwide. I don't remember his name. But this youth here from Nationwide asked Dr. Chang when the people of Jamaica would have been brought up to date on this. And Dr. Chang gave his response. Listen to Dr. Chang now.
Was leaked, but had it not been, when
No,
would
no.
we have
The information leaked is different from what I'm talking about. And that's on the problem. You're conflating two things. Some information was leaked suggesting that we were in the process of negotiating the reception of 10,000 illegal immigrants. There is no such discussion, and that we can look to it this morning. It became part of a discussion because it was known that we were discussing the third country transit third country nationals through Jamaica, because there are several other countries in the Caribbean. We signed on Wednesday and we decided we'd make a statement on it, and I reserved that statement for the diaspora event in Montego Bay yesterday, and we would have sent the press release out as normal.
So, you hear the man say, him reserve the statement for the diaspora conference, because remember, it leaked the Monday, and him go down at the diaspora conference go talk about it. He said that he reserved it. Now, remember what Audrey Mark said, no? It would have come to press briefing the 17th of June. Chang said it would have indeed planned to release it down at the biannual conference. Listen now to Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Michael Holness.
Anyone knows, and I've explained before, you can't come until you are finished with all the negotiations, everything is signed and done. So, though we have signed the MOU, it is not yet implemented. It's not complete because the operationalization is not complete. Now, as soon as that is done, then we would have called a press conference. We would have said, this is what he's doing. You believe.
Even now, they are saying to us the operationalization of the agreement not sort out yet. So, what Andrew is saying that even today, we would know nothing about the deportees from other countries coming to Jamaica. So that's three different stories I just play for you. How then can we trust these people? The news carried by RGR 94 FM have two matters that I want you to hear. If you are just joining us, welcome to the Colin Bell Show. My name is Colin Bell. We broadcast Mondays to Wednesdays, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. right here on Portland Spice TV. Saturday mornings and Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. We invite you to join us. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, like the video, and share. So, Dr. Dayton Campbell apologized to Darrell Vaz, Hutney Lawrence, and James Roberts and done the case. I don't know how much money, if any money, was offered, but an apology by Dr. Campbell will be published and the case settled. It must not be allowed that you can say anything on the political platform. You must be decent. You must be factual. Yeah? And listen out, because that lawsuit, well, may I forget that from source. That lawsuit that KD Knight threatened to sue Christopher Tufton is going ahead. So, make we hear other one day, I go settle. 1.5 million, 10,000 US, all kind of thing me I hear. Nevio.
Brother.
Nevio, I want to play two clips from RGR News. I want to play the clip from the Integrity Commission because a lot of people mixing up the thing. The Integrity Commission said 14 parliamentarian and I think one senator. Well, the senator is also a parliamentarian. 14 of them have been investigated for illicit enrichment. But what I don't hear a lot of people saying is that the Integrity Commission have made their decision on 6. So they have closed 6. So by my math, is 9 leave.
But those 6 they are closed, meaning that they clear them now, or the decision have been taken on those 6.
Or it sounds like them discontinue the investigation.
Yeah, right.
That's my understanding. That they have discontinued those investigations. So 6 people basically they not see nothing wrong. So they blow that.
Yeah.
But there are 9 by my math. That is still under investigation. The investigations continue.
Well, make we just wait until when we hear back again. No, make we just.
You know the problem. Hold on. You know the problem I am having with all of that, though.
Yes.
I believe that once you are under investigation and the Integrity Commission make it known to you, you should remove yourself from the high office if you are in a high office, you know. Because you know why, Nevio? While an investigation is continuing on you, you sit in that office. Yeah? and you
Yeah,
can
but I would.
you can interfere with the investigation because you know that you are being investigated. The public don't know. Nobody else basically know.
Yes, but I would prefer when they come to a conclusion because they could end up that they eventually find no reason to no guilt. So I would prefer.
But you don't
when
think
they
that we should
come
know
to-
then? If they are investigating my MP, you don't think we should have know?
I don't think you should go and mention the name, knowing that.
What about going into an
investigation-
election where somebody is asking for your vote while under, because hold on, when the Integrity Commission write to you and tell us say you're under investigation, you know, they are a
Yes.
far way in the investigation, you know. Them not just start.
Yes.
They don't write to you
Yes.
when them start.
Yes.
When them write to you is when now you have to start go show up and give
Yes.
evidence.
Yes. Yes, but
Physic-
that investigation doesn't mean guilt.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
But I
No.
understand the point. It doesn't
Even
mean
hold
guilt.
on, even a charge don't mean guilt.
Yes.
So even
but
with
I
Dr.
understand
Wheatley, nobody can say
Mhm.
Dr. Wheatley is guilty of the charges that the Integrity Commissioner want to lay against him.
Well, in his case, my personal opinion that he should take leave and clear his name and come back. That
So
is my
as well as the
position.
Prime Minister of Jamaica, as well as the Prime Minister of Jamaica. No, you see, we
You
not
know,
skin teeth with
you
this
know,
thing here, you know.
you know,
We not skin teeth with this thing here. The Integrity Commission tabled a report on the Prime Minister, you know. There's no more secret. They have removed the secret. They have named the Prime Minister as one of the persons being investigated for illicit enrichment, you know. So them gone further than right to the Prime Minister. They have told the entire nation.
there is no ruling say that he should be charged. of
No,
any
there is
crime.
no ruling, but the Integrity Commission, what they put before the people, yeah, is convincing enough that the Prime Minister need to go clear him name. This is what the Integrity Commission has done, you know, has thrown dirt on Prime Minister Andrew Holness when they released that report, you know, brother. When the Integrity Commission released a report that the Prime Minister used charitable fund to buy stocks and bonds for himself, the Prime Minister have to clear that. That can't be allowed. You can't sit up there.
He has cleared that. We're not telling your followers that.
Which part him clear that?
He have come out and said there was some error.
No.
There was some error where that is concerned.
No. Nephew. The Prime Minister can't merely come tell we that. The Prime Minister, yeah, I forget. You see, like how him take it to court, it is the right thing to do. The Prime Minister, hold on. The Prime Minister is within his right to take that matter to court. But while that matter is in court, the Prime Minister should not be sitting as Prime Minister of the country. Listen,
Mr. Ben.
Hold on. Listen this. Listen this.
So I trust that folks will realize that the reports that we send from the Integrity Commission, they are reports of facts.
Do you hear that, nephew?
They are factual statements
Remember,
in the reports.
the Integrity Commission is a
Of course, there are recommendations
Parliament, you know, my brother.
attached to the reports, which the law
You understand?
allows. The law
is not
says
just
that the
any
Director of
guy.
investigation
I
may
said
make
this.
recommendations. The
You see this
recommendations
guy,
that are made,
Seymour Panta, is not
the
your
Parliament
average guy.
need not follow them.
You understand? It is the Integrity Commission. And I am saying that the Integrity Commission has thrown dirt on our Prime Minister. Large dirt. And the Prime Minister need to clear this. The Prime Minister's situation is untenable, you know. Because remember, say, I know that alone, them say, you know. Them say the Prime Minister not pay no tax, you know. Remember that, you know. Them say the Prime Minister file nil for a company where I give loan of $20 million, you know.
Mr. Ben,
Yes,
I
sir.
know you want to score political
No,
points, and we
nephew,
can't
no.
disagree.
Nephew, hold on, man. This is not about political points. Are the things that I am saying true or they are untrue?
Is the Prime Minister before the court to try to clear his name?
Yes.
Then
But I
why
am
you don't-
saying,
why you-
no, but why then you are agreeing that Wheatley must step aside and clear him name?
Because
Wheatley has not yet been
in
charged. He has not been charged, you know.
Weekly have not been charged yet, but the point is the ruling I've made on him, and his one is not before the court. Well, we heard now that he's going to court, so he could take a leave.
Listen,
but in the case
you
of
see if the go ahead, finish your thought. Finish your thought.
In the case of the Prime Minister have gone to Parliament. He have explained some points and he have gone to court immediately. The court have shown us what he have gone to court for.
Yeah.
Making a ruling on that because right. But at the same time, he still he have given the chance to go to make we say higher court or another court to for them to make a ruling. So based on
the
that,
Prime Minister if the Prime Minister was interested, this case I would have deal with. If we were a serious nation, this case I would have deal with. The Prime Minister is not in a good position, nephew, and admit it. Morally, the Prime Minister, the Prime Minister have no will.
If the next court come out and rule against him, then he's going to find himself in a ticklish position.
It's not even
and it's going to be hard now for he now to make ruling and decide.
Then why,
other members.
Then why you think him can't fire Wheatley, nephew? Listen, the only difference, you know, is that the Integrity Commission never said we are going to charge the Prime Minister, you know. But they have put out all the facts. Them put out all of the things them find. That's why Seymour Panton said this, nephew.
Parliament, that folks will realize that the reports that we send from the Integrity Commission, they are reports of facts.
You hear that, nephew?
They are factual statements in the report.
I heard him in the thing that me said that anytime the Integrity Commission come out and say the thing, they come out based on the facts and the evidence they have for them. I heard it before. Heard it before.
Prime Minister not in a good position. Go right ahead. Yeah.
I would just want to say to you that the court today have ruled in Darrell Vaz and his two other companies.
So the court never ruled. The court did not rule.
No. They come to agreement that they will settle the matter out of court.
That is it. So the court did not rule.
Out of court. But at the same time, the court would have still have to.
The court would have still have to do what?
The court would have still sign off on it.
The court accept the people in decision.
Yeah.
All right,
yes.
Levio. Me go run Levio because I want to play something out of the news. Caller.
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening. I figure you'll be having rally.
Yeah, man, we're going to have rally about 6 o'clock because why we're waiting till 6 o'clock? Because we are going to be giving the government of Jamaica some ideas on how to kickstart the Jamaican economy, how to achieve growth that has been lacking over the last 10 years, because we are patriotic Jamaicans and we want a better Jamaica.
Right. Where I call, which I get him to clear up for me, I heard a report on a radio station a while ago that BOJ recorded a loss of $89 billion, I think.
I think at 9 point something billion.
Operation this year.
Yeah, man. But Raleigh told us that up to yesterday.
Right. But what the report, what sentence that follows said this came against an increase in assets of 12-point-something%. I found it strange that you are just repeating a net loss and the very next sentence is talking to an increase in assets. without mentioning liabilities, because that's not giving us a total picture.
Well, as I said, rally coming at 6, so call me back then.
Okay, all right.
Yes, yeah. 1-876-804-7072. Caller, good evening. Let's take something from the news.
Being involved in alleged corruption. The Integrity Commission is reporting that 14 members of parliament and 1 senator were among 70 public officials referred for investigation for potential illicit enrichment and or submitting false information to the Integrity Commission over an 8-year period. It followed examination of their statutory declarations that were submitted during the period April 1, 2018 to March 31, 2026. More in this report from Halshane Burke.
In its annual report tabled in Parliament yesterday, the anti-corruption body provided data indicating that for the period, 1 permanent secretary, 8 heads of entities, and 30
being involved
for illicit enrichment, while no charges were recommended against another. The IC also ruled that 2 councillors, 1 head of entity, and 1 other public official should be charged for potential illicit enrichment and or submitting false information. And the Integrity Commission says the compliance rate for the submitting of statutory declarations by public officials as at March 31 was 87%, the highest received over 5 years. A total of 3,510 more statutory declarations were received when compared with the prior period in March 2025, representing a 20% increase. The IC says the increase was anticipated given its continued sensitization programs and targeted communication campaigns throughout the year. The IC says public officials are now more aware of their obligations to file statutory declarations and the penalties which are associated with non-compliance. But the anti-corruption body noted that public officials continue to submit statutory declarations after the deadline. It says at the time of preparing the annual report, the Information and Compliance Division over 23,000 or 94% of the statutory declarations that were required for the period ended December 31, 2025. Halshane Burke, Radio Jamaica News.
The defamation lawsuit brought by Government Minister Darrell Vaz and his co-complainants against the People's National Party General Secretary Dr. Nathan Campbell has been settled. The matter was resolved ahead of the trial, which was set to begin this morning. Mr. Vaz filed the lawsuit in August 2023 over comments Dr. Campbell made during the PNP's Clarendon Northwestern Annual Conference the previous month. More in this report from Raquel Porto.
Handshakes and smiles marked the end of the lawsuit, which was filed in August 2023. But before the settlement was formalized, attorney Alexander Williams, representing St. Thomas Western Member of Parliament James Robertson, and former St. Anne Northwestern MP Othniel Lawrence, appeared remotely and told the court that parties arrived at a settlement. Dr. Campbell's attorneys, Sheena Stubbs Gibson and Ruel Gibson, then stepped outside the courtroom to sign the settled documents. Minutes later, Mr. Vaz was seen leaving the courtroom, followed by his attorney, Catherine Minto. When proceedings resumed, Justice Tricia Hutchinson Shelley was formally advised that all parties reached a settlement. The agreement was then endorsed by the court. Yesterday, Mr. Robertson and Dr. Campbell laughed and talked throughout the proceedings. When asked if their interaction was an indication that a settlement was coming, Mr. Robertson said,
"It is genuine, and it was genuine, and that's what matters in life, how you move on. We are Christian. We are Christian with principle, and I must tell you, I've had no bad interaction. And I understand what the campaign trail is like. That is 10 months old, and I am willing to apologize to anybody when I trespass on them, and accept your apology wholeheartedly."
Responding to why he waited until the trial date, Dr. Campbell said all options were on the table.
Both Othniel and James are persons that I know that I can't say that I've had a bad interaction with either of them. We've disagreed, obviously, because we're from different political parties, but I can't say that I've had any bad interaction with them. There are things that were said that unwittingly would have communicated some things, and those are not things that I wanted to communicate, and therefore, I offered an unreserved apology to them, and that apology will be made public, and we have decided to lay this matter to rest.
Mr. Lawrence described the settlement as a form of maturity.
Because a lot of times the person believes that the only way things can be settled violently or put some bad dollar value to everything. For me personally, my family comes first, and the fact of it that my colleagues, they have allowed us to think together, work out things together. And this, and as I said before, even the very death of my mother, he was present at my mother's funeral, and it speaks volumes to me.
Minister Vaz said he has been exonerated.
So again, I am humbled, and as I always say, God doesn't sleep, and who God bless, no man curse. And today, I've been vindicated after 40 years with a very strong and unequivocal apology from no other than the General Secretary of the People's National Party, Dayton Campbell.
Raquel Porto, reporting for Radio Jamaica News.
And Dr. Campbell says he has no enemies in politics.
I mean, contrary to what people believe, I don't have any enemies in the Labour Party. I don't even have any opponents in the Labour Party, really. My opponents are really the issues that are affecting the people. We have a politics that is sort of polarized, so that, we campaign, and we campaign hard at times. But the real issues are just the social injustice that is taking place, the poverty, the infrastructural problems, the health-related problems, the educational things. Those are the real issues we're trying to fix. Not the people. So it's never personal.
People's National Party General Secretary Dr. Dayton Campbell.
There you have it. There you have it. Portland Spice people. The spice of the Caribbean. All Caribbean, one people. Yeah, man. Good evening and welcome, everybody. That was courtesy of the RJR Gleaner Communications Group. We took those two clips. So, we have Marshy on the line. Marshy?
Yeah, man.
Thanks for holding, my brother.
Man.
Thanks for holding.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Mhm.
Now, in court, you have a whole heap of lawyers. Some of them know the law, but they cannot argue the law. Now, I have seen case. I've seen PNP, man. I mean, not going to even bother touch JLT. I just say PNP because when I want a boy or an idiot, say a one-side business me I deal with. To my mind, when they examine the whole case, they are guilty, but it's technicality freedom because you have good lawyer.
Yeah.
We are not stupid. So sometimes some man run out and say free and all of them things. And innocent him innocent. A technicality free him. Technicality can make you get away with money to,
Yes.
We can call this name. We can call this one. Look at Grace McLean.
Yes.
The Ministry of Education.
Yes, there was a major technicality, yes.
Technicality. And she gone.
No, but it was also criminal. It was also criminal
Yes.
because those who allow the time to elapse before acting on the Auditor General's instructions.
Yes.
They should be brought to
concern the Prime Minister. He should be charged. Why he did not charge? So he may not charge. No technicality.
That is also a technicality. And that's why I was saying to Neville that the Integrity Commission did not charge the Prime Minister. But y'all better than they just charge him because the mud where they fling upon him and left him in the mud so you go fight and clear your name. And what is sad, we are not seeing the effort from the Prime Minister to clear his name. Yes, him take it to court, which is his right.
I see the effort.
I agree.
No. Yeah. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. I see the effort.
What?
Now the Prime Minister on the investigation. What time did he put Dennis Strong at FID?
Tala.
So you see why when you're under with them kind of investigation, they have to take for yourself. Input Dennis Strong after him under investigation.
That is the same thing.
Dennis Strong should be
that is what I was talking about. You are under investigation for illicit enrichment and you maintain leadership of the country. So therefore, anything that you do will be seen as interfering with the process. And when Dennis Strong, a friend of the Prime Minister, somebody who made his unknown before that he doesn't nothing wrong.
He find the Prime Minister guilty before him take the position.
Find him innocent, you mean?
And then the Prime Minister take him and put him there. And now people coming to tell me, man, you are right. He said,
horse,
man. Come on, man. We need to do better than this. We need to do better. So when some people run out, oh, we've been exonerated, and we know we were innocent, a technicality. I want to tell you something.
And
a certain.
And you remember you remember the Wisconsin report where the director of corruption prosecution said she found enough to charge the Prime Minister? You remember that one?
That me talk about.
She bring in a technicality if he said time has elapsed. When there was no statute of limitation to that one. It's not like the Grace McLean one. The Grace McLean one had a statute of limitation and they sit by and allow that to run out.
Yes,
the one with the Prime Minister have none.
Yes, and I want to tell you this. You know that when the American investigating you, you see when them all you, just complete guilty, you know. When them done investigate you, you know. Right? That's how them man investigate you. So when they know, so you hear what Pantan said, the thing them what them say, they are facts. Remember, I said these guys are not idiots, you know. You explained it to them already, you know.
Yes.
That big liar and big judge,
and
them
judge.
And then go through and
So the Integrity Commission is like a court by itself.
Yes.
So when them investigate you, try you,
Yes.
Them are the panel of judge for try you. Them put all the evidence through the stress test already. That's what the Jamaican people need to understand, that we still have people with integrity and competence in this country.
And before I go, yes, the Integrity Commission was Mark Golden pilot this bill through the Senate and it passed and everything, but election and things changed. Andrew wanted to implement it.
Hello.
And him put them people there. I don't think one did it. There's none there that the PNP put. I know Andrew Wellness Uncle put people who in trust and wine friend. If you want to go down that road.
Pantan told you of the good things that the Prime Minister speak about the Integrity Commission.
Hey, Pantan did say one thing when I hear enough smarty say, but maybe you remember it. And I hope you remember now that I said, Pantan said nobody can buy him out.
He said it. He said it.
All right,
yes.
Thank you.
He said it.
My uncle in law used to say, secret in a mentor, learn to dance it. Nobody can buy him out. I want them Dennis Strong cancer, so. Have a good evening, sir.
Share up the life for me because at 6 o'clock, Ralston coming and we're going to tell the government what to do to take us out of the recession, what to do to grow the Jamaican economy constantly upwards of 5%. And after that, we take on the calls. We want to put what we said to the test. We up to it. We are up to it. And some of the things that we'll be telling you and telling the government and suggesting are things that had the PNP been in power, we would be in the halls of power. Yeah? We would have access and we would be saying these things to the leaders of the People's National Party. And we're not going to hold back because of our country. So if Andrew Olney say, I'm the best baby father for ideas, take some ideas and help the people of Jamaica. Pull up. The radio in the cockpit is saying, pull up, pull up, pull up. Because we're nose diving. 1-876-804-7072. Give the video a like for me, please. Like up the video. Call the labor right them. We over TikTok this evening, too, you know. We're over TikTok this evening. Shaka Fame at TikTok. SHACKAFAME. But the people on TikTok, make certain to check out my YouTube channel because that's where we are every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Saturday and Sunday. Every 5 days a week we are on the YouTube channel. Junior.
Yeah, good evening.
Where I say?
Yesterday when you had on Ralston, I don't know if you remember to say Edward Siaga was the Minister of Finance, you know.
Yes, he was Prime Minister and Minister of Finance at the same time.
Minister of Finance. So when he was borrowing the money from the bank, he was also the Minister of Finance.
That look good? Oh, that look good?
No. No, so the people need to understand because not many people in Jamaica knew that Siaga, only who can remember,
yeah, man.
Siaga was the Minister of Finance.
So the Minister of Finance going to the banks that him supposed to basically supervise, go borrow money. Right. 30 million US.
So you know, right here.
If you go in an investment. That ugly. That ugly,
terrible.
Junior. Ugly.
Terrible, man. The other thing too, we're talking about the Integrity Commission, right?
Yes.
Now, if the Integrity Commission lose 29 investigators, you know, think the institution weak?
I don't know if all of them are investigators that they've lost. Maybe not. I don't think all of them are investigators.
I just broad brushing.
No, but if you broad brush it that way. Yeah, them say them have constant staff turnover, so they need consistency.
Right. So that would tell you that somebody is offering more pay.
Yeah, they talk about the compensation.
Right. And
that
then know
maybe a problem.
If you think about it, right?
Yeah.
If you know the pay that these people get, you know what more to offer. And when you shrink the investigating capacity of these organizations, you weaken them. And then every week you have somebody new taking them to court.
But you realize that the same thing was happening at the FID.
Yes. So you spend more time investigating to prepare a case to go to court than investigate the people who you're taking to court.
Yes.
So it's a problem. Your friend a while ago was making a statement that I'm vindicated. How you are vindicated are you not tried?
But hold on, you hear the difference between James Roberts and Othniel Lawrence's statement and his statement, though? You realize there's a major difference.
Yeah.
Them two man they I say we're a friend, everything good. Feel thing different, you know. Feel thing different.
Percentage, you know.
Tell her. Where's the something of a run?
Something of happen.
Tell her.
But how you try?
Mine is
Are you vindicated?
Mine is Suey.
We only can't say what I say now. Him saying vindicated after 40 years.
But I don't know what that means. What that mean?
Well, it's supposed to know what I see, you know.
That's a serious statement. We are depending on God to speak into the heart of all persons that we confess our faults and repent. The man was saying vindicated included.
Well, if he really said that vindicated him, I still going to have to accept that. He must know why I make this statement.
Got to be true to myself. You know that Ziggy Marley there?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Got to be true to yourself, you know?
So the Integrity Commission finally put out some information now to make everybody feel happy. But we still in a problem, Colin.
What?
How can 9 people or 14 people be cited for illicit enrichment and the Prime Minister don't know? Him say him look far and wide, he never look near.
Well, him tell me the other day, hold on. I think I can find it for you, Don't like that video, but I think I can find it. Hold on. Because the Prime Minister say him not know about no investigation. Listen this.
In previous years with Petrojam, of which nothing came, you've reappointed him, and you've come under attack for doing so. Do you regret doing so now?
So you will recall that Minister Wheatley at the time resigned in the Petrojam affair. And after the 2020 election, I did not reappoint him because those matters were not yet resolved. Those matters were since resolved, and therefore he was cleared to be reappointed. I was totally unaware of any report or any investigation. I am not aware of investigations that are ongoing. It seems to me that the PNP would know more about investigations ongoing than I do.
You hear the man?
And that raises the issue. Do you have confidence in the Integrity Commission?
No, hold on.
The Integrity Commission.
Hold on.
It seems to me that the PNP.
Hold on.
Any report or any investigation. It's resolved, and therefore he was cleared to be reappointed. I was totally unaware of any report or any investigation. I am not aware of investigations that are ongoing. It seems to me that.
How can that be accepted? The Prime Minister said him never knows a Wheatley and an investigation, and he's not aware of any ongoing investigation. How could that be?
Well, just look on the date when them said and call him Wheatley. And you can know exactly whether or not, and you know. Just look on the last date when we hear from the Integrity Commission that they made some attempt to notify Wheatley. And if you look on the date, and the dates are the elections, Wheatley must know.
The Prime Minister basically told the country that I have no interest in anybody who is under any investigation for any corruption. I'm not interested in that. But that is the only way that can be interpreted. Yeah?
Remember, Andrew was scared the Integrity Commission to court. And the reason why I'm carrying them to court is to strike off illicit enrichment of the bill.
Yeah.
Now, if you think about it, if you try to remove illicit enrichment, what you tell me say you do? Legalize stealing. Legalize stealing. Where do that, We can't see it no other way.
Well?
Colin, you see it any other way?
No.
I mean, we need to stop the current thing,
Then not tell you.
Illicit enrichment means a thief,
Yeah, you get your wealth in ways that you cannot account for, you can't come public with.
And also what you do a while ago with Nephew. Nephew brain don't work at the regular speed normal people working.
All right.
Team brain working at slow motion. Right? Because you keep repeating Pantan statement and you can't get it.
You have to beat it in the head, man. You have to beat it in the head. Beat it in.
Pantan make you know clearly say, my job and no pian work.
Exactly.
We do what we do, and we give you the information and you to clear yourself.
Later.
Yes,
we have a run.
Later.
Yeah, man, it's up to you. 1-876-804-7072. This is the Colin Bell Show live on Portland Spice TV. Like up the video if you have not yet subscribed. Give us a subscription, please, and thank you very much. Yes, Carla, good evening and welcome.
Good evening, Colin.
Blessings.
You hear me?
Yes, man. We're hearing you.
Okay. I want to talk to you about. First and foremost, I must.
Your line no sound so good though. Your line no bossy at all. Your line a break up.
Right?
Your line a break up. Go on now, let me hear
Can
you.
You hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Well, I must congratulate you guys on the wonderful job you and Ralston has been doing. It's very educational, right?
Thank you.
But what I want to say to you now, I'm not sure if I'm listening right from Julian Robinson. He was saying something in the parliament that he know a company that was paying $500,000 for insurance, and now they are paying over $100 million.
Is that insurance company paying that to the FSC? I have the clip. I can go back for
okay.
in a few.
Yeah. So here's where I'm going, right? Here's where I'm going, right? When you look at it, a lot of the people that who not paying insurance is low class, like the persons in the lower echelon of society. Then,
yeah,
right. Most of the people that who are paying insurance for houses are mostly in the suburban areas. Them uptown, we'll call them.
Yeah, man. People
right?
have it.
People have it. All right. So yes, where I'm going now. One of the things about the government now, government is not here to handle things to people, but if them can help, them help. But they are there to create policies for the people, for the country to be better and for the people to be better. Here is where I draw the line. You see, the people them who pay the insurance from uptown, some of these people don't vote at all. So you see the problem it caused from them when the policy, them don't help to create the best policy for them, they must feel it right now.
Yeah, man. Yes, man. You're right. A lot of those people don't vote.
Yeah. You see, because they must say to themselves, them not big government, not at all, so them not go vote, them have their money.
Yeah, man.
But them don't realize that if they choose the wrong person, if the people in the lower echelon choose the wrong person, it will affect them indirectly and directly.
Hey, you're right, you know, brother. You're right. Every man who owns a car is going to be affected by this.
So you see, the fowl has come home to roost now.
Yes, yes.
Right? Because you see, no matter what you want to say to the Prime Minister, he not change because he has become autocratic. You know why? Because he has put in policy. Let me tell you something. You see, when he was in opposition, he could have said this thing and you have a nation and rise up. The people has become passive right now.
Yes.
It's different time.
Yes.
Than now. The people has become so passive. Social media has taken over them. High interest rate, high food bill, and everything has taken them and encompassed them. It's not like said they not feel the pressure now. But because the Prime Minister can put in a policy and test the water, when we do, he's testing and see the reaction of the people, them and the public. And if them don't get no reaction, him just go ahead with it.
And push push some other things power with too.
And not a lie. You see the quote we make with Paul Bogle, I love that quote. I love that quote. I love that quote.
It's a poem.
Over.
It's a poem called Ballad of 65 by Alma Norman.
Ballad of what?
Ballad of 65 by Alma Norman.
All right, I'm going to look for it. So you see the people that order uptown and say them now vote. This is their medicine now.
Yes.
This is their bitter medicine. Look on what I try to tell you, because they must say them now beg the Prime Minister or the government, no, them not to vote. But now the policy, what is being put on, is being affected by them because of them are going to pay most of them insurance. Because some people don't own a house now.
See, somebody tell me say 50,000 gone on upon them insurance. Which one is that, car insurance or house insurance?
So, how many better people own house will pay insurance? Because when the first thing, the insurance company now take the house from down and get to insure.
Well, guess what? Poor people won't care, though, you know. Poor people won't care.
When people won't care,
yeah,
as loan and all of them, something there.
Yeah,
but you see, one thing, you see what I say about? Said PMP get caught up in it. My wishes was just straight JLP them to suffer. I swear to God.
Yeah, man. Some of the bad policy, there should be a way that some of the bad policy just take them alone.
So, may I ask a question? Them don't see the thing them Ralston and you talk about. It's a lot of the vloggers, them are doggers, them old attack. Them they are foreign. So the GLP, so that's them the people they are foreign. So them don't feel the effect because the GLP minions them are pay them. So they might
But them
earn
don't
their
have no
money now.
sympathy either. They got no sympathy either.
Exactly. They have no empathy. Because you know what they are looking at, because they are full in pocket. It's like a man, gunman look for your door, so you know business until it reach your doorstep. So the policy can affect everybody, just like a GCT. When you read certain things, it affects everybody in the net there. So them need to understand and them going to learn the hard way, because the bitter medicine are going to reach them and continue to reach them. And I'm betting any money the next election, you won't see a 40% or 39%. You're going to see more than that. I bet you any money on that.
All right, my brother.
All right.
Respect. 1-876-804-7072. No, call everybody, tell them join the program, because we are going to give the government the ideas, the solution to Jamaica's economy problem that we are having now. Yes, caller, welcome.
Good evening, Colin. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
And you and your listeners and the people them in the chat.
Blessings.
Yeah, two quick things before we go back to class. Where Andrew insinuate say him no know, but the PNP know otherwise. Well, the PNP have a link with the Integrity Commission.
That's what he's insinuating. That is what he's insinuating. That the PNP seems to know about investigation. Prime Minister, you ought to make it your point of duty to know if any of your cabinet minister demand an investigation for illicit enrichment. But because you are one, you don't care.
As the farmer head said, as the farmer head say, who's a farmer chief justice?
No,
the man said
no, he wasn't chief justice. He was president of the Court of Appeal.
President of the Court of Appeal.
Yes.
Him said leave the office and he only go to the president of the Senate, the speaker, and the clerk of the court.
Clerk of the House.
Them people, clerk of the House. So them people down the road, they get the information.
Because somebody leak it. That's why when Audrey Marker talk about who leak the diplomatic note, she must go sit on one side. I see people leak, are the same people who leak the Integrity Commission report, I leak the MOU. You know, and you're not
all right, one more thing now. One more thing. I prick your brain later. I get some nurses like from Cuba, but some nurses from Cuba.
So we hear say 50 coming.
All right, so me ask a question. What time you did run them away from out of Jamaica? What time? Which month?
Not this year, yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm not 3 months yet. All right, here what I do. I want never, because of the third country nationality, TCND, make him out try balance out the thing so we don't get vexed. But just ask, I don't know. No, I'm serious.
Yeah,
then how you run them and say it illegal and it this and that, and from 1972 it go on.
When
50 years.
When them claim say now these who are coming are applying for work permit and they are granting them and rate blah blah one bag of cock and bull story like them think we are idiot.
Yeah.
They were told to send them
here,
out. All right.
Them checks are with that, you know?
All right.
Anyway.
Conrad O.B. O'Brien.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Colin Bell, how you doing?
Me there, man. Wow.
Colin, I think my intervention this evening is going to be the shortest with you ever. Now, Colin, I know you're a maths man, and I don't want you to go very far. I want you to just do simple addition or simple subtraction. I'm not even going to send you the root of long division. Right? Colin, it is simple as ABC 1, 2, 3. Let's give the Prime Minister the benefit of the doubt. Say, PM, yeah man, you're correct. You never know nothing at all about Wheatley or anybody under any investigation. But the fact that you said to Jamaica that, listen, you have asked far and wide, and you come up with a nil answer, you never know that Wheatley was under investigation. What would that tell you, Colin? What would that tell you?
Listen, man, that just tell me that this man either take with an idiot, tell we a lie, because he knows about the Integrity Commission investigating people for illicit enrichment.
No, Colin, you are the long division and them things for me. I mean, I want you go there.
The
So,
short division is that the Prime Minister don't care about corruption. He don't care about corruption.
I want you give the Prime Minister the benefit of the doubt. He never know. So therefore, Wheatley would have lied to him.
No, but he
No,
never. No,
Colin.
but if the Prime Minister don't know, he wouldn't ask. So Wheatley no lie.
Colin, I am saying to you, just stay with me. We know what we know. We're not stupid. But I'm saying, throw away all of what we know. Just stay with what the PM said. If that is so, then Wheatley would have no business being in the cabinet because he would have disqualified himself by lying to the PM.
No,
it is
Obi,
as simple
no,
as
no.
ABC.
Hold on. If you are going to take away all that we know and say the Prime Minister never know and give the Prime Minister that, the Prime Minister wouldn't have asked. So Wheatley never need. So where I say Wheatley lie by omission. Because if you are a thief and a man ask if you are a thief and you not tell him, you can't say lie to you.
Colin, hold on. I am saying to you, just walk with me. Remember the Prime Minister told us that he asked far and wide. And he came up with a real answer.
Yes.
He came up with a real answer. So I'm saying by virtue of that, it means that Wheatley would have lied to him.
He never asked
and
Wheatley.
He
never asked. Wheatley was close to him. The man never tell us he asked near. He asked far and wide. So Wheatley, I'm bridging. Me and you are bridging. If me I look far, I would look at you. Because you're my bridging. You're close to me.
Well, you know, Gary, let me tell you something. This is a drama, brethren. This is a stand-up comedy. If it never so serious, it would be a stand-up comedy proper.
Listen to me,
the
man.
Prime Minister could treat with a little bit more.
Yes, man. More respect than this, man.
Yeah, man. You have to give a little bit more respect than this, man. And you know what is sad?
The man take with you a real old man. Come on,
and Colin, when you look at when you look at the whole thing, what add insult to injury? I am not talking about how Cliff is practicing his journalism now. I'm talking about his ability and what Cliff would have known. To have the Prime Minister sat there and said those things to Cliff Hughes, and he did not push back.
Listen, man. Cliff Hughes is a part of the choir, man. Or the preacher said there's 3 God in heaven, and the choir not say amen. Choir must say amen.
Jesus.
Cliff Hughes is a member of the choir of the Jamaica Labour Party. That's why Andrew Wellness went on that pulpit.
You know, a young lady who is a member of the Labour Party. As a matter of fact, she has position within the Labour Party, elected position in the party. And she called me and she said to me, that boy, Cliff Hughes, lost his way. As a matter of fact, she spoke with me this morning and she told me that she's getting called dime a dozen where people are saying, listen, the man for go on now within the Labour Party, Colin, and as I raise my right hand, I am speaking the truth. Colin, things not hunky door within the Labour Party. A number of people in the Labour Party are so upset.
A Conroy in the chat room said Cliff Hughes is the choir director.
well, Colin. Maybe it's a concert, so we basically forgot give an encore. Yeah.
Anyway,
encore.
Me have a run because me have a caller you call me when I hear long time. Why year before rally come in?
No problem, man. No problem. Bless.
Shower, man. Shower, man. Turn off the TV, man.
Shower, Colin, shower. And the one
OB.
Sure, man. Are we there hide?
Me nah hide.
What you mean you not hide?
Me nah hide.
Then where this?
I work me just come from, man. Me at work. My government give me work. So me at work.
Yes, yes. Well done. Your government give you work.
You hear me?
Yes.
You hear me?
Yes.
OB, you know. The OB, me and man say Cliff Hughes is a part of the Labour Party.
Cliff Hughes is the choir director.
Then OB, you know, choir director for Mark Golding Party. And you calling the two of you.
Me? Me, I want to preach.
Yes,
Me, I want to, hold on. No. Me not the choir. Me, I want to preach of PNP.
Right, and OB hour.
Yeah. No, you have to ask OB that. Him have to tell him what. But me, I want to the preacher.
OB I want to, so brother, I want to leave my friend Cliff Hughes, brother. Leave my friend Cliff Hughes. So Colin.
What go on?
A long time I don't come catch your program. I just come in and brother and hear it and I say, I give you a shout out.
Well, call Prime Minister Wellness because we are going to give him some ideas how to run the country because the country a mash up on him, no know what to do. We don't see him make no move to fix the problem we have in the country. And we have some major economic problem right here now. The country is in a recession. The country and
no recession
dive.
There, brother.
What you mean no
That's
recession?
what you are saying.
I know what me I say, brother.
Man.
Oh, sure, man. You know, say upon this program of facts we talk, you know. And what the numbers say, ask the Prime Minister, did we decline by 7.3% in the last quarter of 2025? And did we decline by 5% in the first quarter of 2026? 2 consecutive quarters of decline mean that we are in a recession.
You know, say this war I go on, brother. This war have a lot to do in Jamaica.
Yes. So why? Yes, of course that is true. So why the Prime Minister have not addressed the country since the war start? Why make the Prime Minister not make a public no do an announcement? Come out and do a public broadcast and talk to the country. So because of the war, X and Y, and we are going to do Z, and we are going to do this, and because of Hurricane Melissa, we have to do. Why the Prime Minister not talk to the country yet?
Yeah, Colin, so all you know on the program, put it on the ear, make him hear, and then make him, he will do something then.
Then that me I tell you, say, call him and tell him to listen right now because we will give him some ideas.
You can't give him idea. You have to give Mark.
No, man. I don't Mark a Prime Minister. Mark now run the country. The country now run good.
No, but
so the country.
The way you give him, Colin.
Yeah.
Remember you gave him good advice the last election gone, you know, and he still couldn't make it, you know.
Give you good advice.
Mark, you give Mark good advice. Come
yeah,
to see point of his stage down there.
Yes, man. Then that me I tell you, me I want to preach of
and he still
man. We not hide, man. We not hide with political side, you know. We not come like some boy where they on social media about them never vote yet and them not bias. Me not play hypocrite, you know. I am a paid up member of the People's National Party. Me I want to preacher for PNP.
Yeah, me know that.
Me not hide my side. Me honest and fear and that's why me have
so you answer.
Yeah.
My Prime Minister not talk true.
No, your Prime Minister tell we lie. Your Prime Minister, Dr. Chang, Audrey Marks, the 3 of them tell we lie. Me can play your 3 different statements where 3 of them make about one something right now. Me have it line up. Can play it for you.
What? Play it, make me hear.
Hold on. So what you think about the deportee with them a car come here?
The deportee?
Yeah.
The boss said him not bring no deportee come, brother. So
you mean he not bring no deportee show, man? How are you there, man? The man say he signed the agreement already, man. But him claim say no criminal now come. But him don't know that show, man. Because you're the problem now. The man them run from them country under US, right? And US want deport them to other countries. But US no know what wrong them man they doing in the country where they come from, you know. And the Jamaican government can't get that information there either. So the man them where come US might tell us say they no commit no crime America. But we don't know if they commit crime where they might come from. And they are suspected to be pedophile, child rapists, and then kind of something there. That's why Marco Rubio say them a look place to send the most despicable people.
So one way them a go. I know Jamaica alone them a go.
No, I know Jamaica alone them a go, but why we have to take them? We don't have to take none.
I check so was where I check so was our same Jamaica.
No, man, they would have taken no Jamaican, them are people from third country. Other country where some of them might not even talk English. Then nobody at Jamaica, they never come at Jamaica before. Where them come here for a shower, man?
So when they come out, we know we start them out, and then come out, man. When they come out, then fuck, we start them out, you know.
Yeah, yourself, show, man.
And then come here, then fuck, we start them out.
Me gone left you, shower, man. Me gone left you. A little more. A shower, man, see so. I apologize for the language used by shower, man. We don't use the language on this platform here. But that is a shower, man. From down at Tivoli Garden. I tell you that. I know me say so. And when we tell the people and tell Prime Minister Andrew Holness that this issue is not a political issue. This issue is a national issue where the people of Jamaica are at one. We don't want them here. The people of Jamaica are at one on this issue. Me sure I will only labor right now, shower man. Shower man not in agreement with it. Nephew not in agreement with it. I mean, no whole heap more GLP supporters where I say are rubbish are waiting to be joined by the Professor Ralston Hyman. Because this evening we want to speak to the government, the leaders of Jamaica. Me shame. So till I am in Barbados, a country with very little corruption, and their government not really making Jamaica look bad because Andrew really making Jamaica look Andrew is so corrupt. 1-804-7072. Good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. We're live on Portland Spice TV.
Colin,
Spice of the Caribbean.
Colin, Chris Hughes said that's Marky G get inside story for the commission them.
Cliff Houston clown. Because you what? If the Integrity Commission said they might investigate people, it just takes somebody who I think rational if you know say the report then go and come. And based on the amount and based on how we see some of the man them live and what we know about some of the man them. Yeah? Well, we know about some of the man them. We know said some of the man them under investigation.
Boy, the man beat the commission them to the hard, you know, and say Jamaica people, they not agree with them, you know.
You
and
see,
them
Cliff Hughes is one of the weapons that is formed against Jamaica. The GLP has taken Cliff Hughes and has weaponized him against good governance in Jamaica. Yeah? Because I hear him today, I talk about some people in the West who still live under tarpaulin. You, Cliff Hughes, are one of the reasons why those people are still living under tarpaulin. Because when we out there calling the government to books, you all were defending the government, that the government are the good. Now me hear him. I think I download it, you know, because I want, you see, when I hear all them, they say something, me want to hear it.
He beat Marky G hard to them and he slam Marky G, man.
Them they can't beat nobody, man.
The boss.
Them they can't beat nobody. Me I tell you that. Because them don't have the credibility to beat nobody. Me know me don't hold on, man. Me I look feet, you know. Because I want to hear it. I want to hear it, man. Hold on there. I don't know if you anybody here that was listening to us the other day when I think I made a rally attack when we said the government must give back Venezuela their money now when they hold on from Venezuela. Well, today Venezuela come out, you know. And I say, yo, all of my money them on the freeze. We need them for help with people, you know.
But where more get it from?
No, but Jamaica have money for Venezuela, you know.
So where more get it from to give back? And the country not have money.
What do you mean the country not have money? The money for Venezuela. Hold on. Venezuela money are real money where them send you for help for develop Petrojam, you know. Me never download it.
And you blow that long time, man.
No, man, it's supposed to be nice scroll. Send the people them money, go give them. The people them in a difficulty and them need them money. It was in the news today, Venezuela said they want them money.
Well, yeah, I go see. Yeah, I go see because Andrew did broke, in an election, because Cliff used them to spend every money, and the labor right develop because he's going to lose unless the man can spend it, so. Andrew blew out the money when he did have before, so it was a broken up deal out. The hurricane blew his mouth, so.
No, man, I saw a clip today with Cliff Hughes. I said something now go right. Because how many people they have interviewed from the West who still living under tarpaulin even in a St. Elizabeth.
Come on, Mayor.
Who no cause it? Cliff, you are part of the reason. When we should have called out the government in concert, you all were there propping up the government. How we are rushed the government and we are this and we are that.
No.
Oh, God.
Cliff Hughes and them propaganda, man.
Anyway, we're not promoting too much over here. Big up.
All right, brother.
Yeah, man. We're waiting on Ralston to join us to basically start lay out the things them for the government. One of the things that I have been saying that the government must do, the government, and when we talk these things, we don't want nobody ask you where the money come from. So the first thing we're going to do, I tell you where the money there to do the things that need to be done. The government have access to 3.2 billion US dollars. That's over 500 billion Jamaican dollars. Yeah? So we are saying that the government need to draw down upon a significant amount of these funds to rebuild the country. $50 billion must go towards renewable energy, solar technology. $50 billion. And the intention, the target, is to cut our oil importation bill by 25%. So we must start take at least a quarter more in terms of our electricity from the sun. $50 billion must be invested into that. That will create easily 20,000 jobs, good paying jobs, to build solar panel and install solar panel. Yeah? That's 50 billion. Let's move to food security. Another $30 billion must go into agriculture. Increase the output of our farmers. If a man a farm, if a man a raise goat and him have a 200 goat, the government must give him low interest loan. 1%, 2%. That's what we were saying from the government. Give away the $11.4 billion. It worked out to $12.4 billion. We were saying that the government should use that money to prop up agriculture. The government has squandered the gains made. This government, led by Andrew Holness, has squandered a lot of the gains, and we challenge anybody to challenge the numbers that we are putting forward, because we have the numbers. Over $100 billion they used to overpay on the loan. Caller, good evening.
Good evening, Colin.
Yes, sir.
Long time caller, first time getting through.
Wow. I know the voice. Wow.
No, you don't know the voice, but I send you a message. I'm happy to talk with you.
Blessings.
Listen.
Yeah.
I just want to congratulate you as an excellent team player. Long time I want to say this to you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man, I know that you're an excellent team player, and I admire it deeply. Number two, Ralston, I tell you a story. That you and Ralston, a little boy was seen on the street one Friday morning. So they asked him, why you're not in school today? He said, I'm waiting on my teacher to make up her mind what and what make hate. He said, on Monday I went to school, teacher told me 4 and 4 make 8. Tuesday I went to school, teacher told me 5 and 3 make 8. Wednesday I went to school, teacher told me 6 and 2 make 8. Thursday I went to school, teacher told me 7 and 1 make 8. So I'm waiting now to see, make up our mind, what and what make 8. I say all that, Colin, to say, sometimes we have to know that 4 and 4 is perfect, but we have to work with 5 and 3.
Yes.
Or we might have to work with 6 and 2 or 7 and 1.
Yes.
The Venezuelan liberator, Simon Bolivar, was in Kingston in the 1800s. And he wrote a treaty from Kingston and said, do not allow the perfect to become the enemy of the good.
Yeah.
And we have to keep that in mind, Colin. We can't allow the perfect to become the enemy of the good.
Correct. Like up the video, people. Hold on. Don't give me a like, no. Give me a like. Me need enough to like up the video. We have almost 1,500 people here, and we have less than 600 like. Let's take the likes to 1,000 for me now, please. Just click the thumbs up. Click it right now. Continue, caller.
Yes. I will call another time and share with some of the avenues that I see that can benefit us to move forward. But quickly, concerning the Venezuelan money held in escrow, the people this money must be sent back to them.
Man, from right after the earthquake, we've been saying to the government of Jamaica, and I think they announced today, I think some things were announced today by the government of Jamaica that they were going to do for Venezuela, Jamaica, to provide humanitarian aid for earthquake in Venezuela. We made that call earlier that the government must send some people down there, and the money, the Venezuelan money that we have, we must give the people them their money right now. Continue, caller.
Yeah, quickly. Another thing too, quite a number of Jamaicans get burned to, and I think we should find a way. I have personally 2 friends. They made investment in toward the larger banks with some Venezuelan bonds. And the bank technically shouldn't sell them the bond because they were at an age where they shouldn't sell them. But they ended up losing those monies. I'm saying we should find a way, because even one of the person is on kidney dialysis.
Yeah.
And he got a big blow with investing in some bonds from Venezuela.
Yeah.
So yes, man. Our senior banks sold them the bonds, the Venezuelan bonds.
Yeah.
So yes, man, you can investigate it.
Okay.
And we should find a way to redress them, even with some of the interest, because some of these people are suffering.
Yes. All right, my brother. Give thanks.
Put work, and I'll keep in touch with you.
Blessings, one love.
Read the things that we can do, because a lot is in our hands.
Yes,
man. And you are saying that the Heritage Project, I believe that we are far away from maximizing what can come from it,
All right. Listen to me. We'll talk about tonight. Hold on for me, caller. Raleigh, good evening.
Yeah, man. What's up?
Bless up and welcome, my brother.
Yeah, man.
All right. Any update for us today?
Well, we're parting up today. The treasury bill auctions were oversubscribed. So the 91 there, 2.4 billion was pumped in, only 700 million was wanted. The 182 there, 2 billion was pumped in, only 700 million was wanted.
Wow.
The 273 day bill, another 2 billion was pumped in, only 800 million was wanted. Yep.
So all of them are oversubscribed. People are looking for safe haven for the money.
Yeah, man.
So there's no appetite by the investors to invest.
No, everybody have played safe. Similarly, the CDs, the government wanted, the Bank of Jamaica wanted 10 billion. Investors pumped in 26.7
Blows
billion.
off rock. Oh, yeah, say.
Yeah, man.
So when we think about the $2.4 billion US for private investment, are you saying to me that the multilaterals will have a hard time mobilizing people to take that up? They might be able to make it available, but based on what we're seeing, and the government is not creating an environment for investment.
Both the local and international environment are not friendly to that because the war starts back between the US and Iran right now. Right now, Iran under bombing from the US. So both locally and internationally, the environment are not conducive to that.
Anything else? You said a lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was, as I said, that was oversubscribed. Another thing that we saw today is that the monetary base also shrunk again by another $7.8 billion. Yeah, which is a sign again of the recession.
The monetary base, what's that?
That's the amount of money that is in circulation.
So that shrink by how much?
7.8 billion in June compared with in May in 1 month.
7.8 billion. So
yeah, that's a sign of the contraction in the economy.
So hold on. So that means less money, $7.1 billion less is in circulation.
7.8 billion less in circulation. Yep, as at the end of June compared with as at the end of May.
But wouldn't that really confirm that we are going to see another decline for the June quarter?
Yeah, man, that's part of the contraction in the economy that we're talking about.
What else?
Yeah, those are the three major things that we see.
Where's the US dollar?
Well, the Bank of Jamaica, that's another thing. Them say they're having a problem from Monday because every day I get the exchange rate. So then they send out a release that they have a problem. So it's not a result to the rest of the week, them say.
I see a message.
They have some technical problem.
What is that?
They're not telling them, they say they have a technical problem.
I'm seeing, I think, about 2 messages now that an earthquake was felt in Portland. Berrydale, to be exact. You felt any earthquake recently, no?
No.
All right, so Raleigh, we had promised the people that this evening we want to lay some things on the table and show that the country have money to deal with these things so we can assist the government. I have a caller holding. I'm going to take that call and then we're going to it. Yes, caller. Hold on, caller. Hold on. Go ahead, Raleigh.
The Bank of Jamaica wishes to apologize for the delayed publication of daily exchange rate since Monday, July 6, 2026. We are aware that the information has been published later than usual, and the current indications suggest that delays may continue for the remainder of this week. This disruption has been occasioned by technical and operational challenges within the Bank of Jamaica and the licensed foreign exchange traders, which our teams are working assiduously to resolve in the shortest possible time. We fully understand the importance of the foreign exchange rate information to our stakeholders and the wider public, and we are making every effort to restore normal service as quickly as possible. We regret any inconvenience caused and appreciate your patience and understanding as we work to rectify the matter.
As you mentioned, the Bank of Jamaica, they announced that they lose some money.
Yeah, the Bank of Jamaica lost. Yeah, that's another thing. The Bank of Jamaica lost $9.2 billion for the first 6 months of this year.
$9.2 billion, but they are saying something like their asset increase?
Yeah, the assets increased, but the losses increased. So.
Wow. So the Bank of Jamaica lose money?
Yeah, man. FSC lose money. Everybody lose money. So
the economy is in a recession.
The money supply has shrink. So as the money out to them can say the economy are good. The government will borrow more and take more from the public. The amount of money in circulation has shrink. The Bank of Jamaica lose money. FSC raise insurance fees because them are lose money.
Everything is in the wrong direction.
Correct.
Captain! The ship is sinking. Let me take the call. And then we get into
Tala.
Wagwan.
Mr. Colin, Tala.
Tala. Yeah.
We can't say it like you.
Tell her.
Good evening, Mr. Colin. Good evening.
Put your house in order,
Mr.
Andrew. Put your house in order. Tell her.
Colin,
What you say,
man,
house out of order?
No, listen, Raleigh.
House out of order,
Man, must say I rejoice for the thing I think.
Alright, I can't talk now.
Unpatriotic, you know.
Raleigh.
These are not joke matters.
Can I go ahead?
Hold on, caller. Raleigh, a word to the wise is sufficient. We've been warning, and that's why this evening we want to give them some solution.
Okay.
Go ahead, caller.
Now listen to you. Good evening, Mr. Ralston. Colin, them now go listen to you. Them get enough of that and them play deaf ears and stuck up them ears. What have to happen? Just have to happen now. By the hook or by the crook. Anyway, you see the situation with Vaz. You saw the world no fear in some instances, you know, because whatever was said to him from Mr. Campbell, if it not go so near, so we know that, right? Me not forgot through that. And you see how the man sue the man and come collect money. The other two persons did not take the money, and he took it.
I say you hear?
So me hear it.
Me no know.
You hear it differently?
Me no hear nothing. Me just hear say they come to an agreement, but I realize that Otney Lawrence and James Roberts' tone and their response to the media was quite different from that of Mr. Vaz.
Right. He took the money.
I don't know that.
Vaz.
I don't know that.
Yes, he
Caller.
was the only one.
Caller. You get how much money in tech?
I understand that it is 10,000 US dollars. So you know that in the million, calculate that.
Me no know. Me no hear nothing about that. Me no have no proof to that.
All right, you can check on that. Check on that.
Cool. Yeah,
anyway, he took the money. Now, Darvaz, you see that money there? When you take, that going bring you down. That money. Let me tell you why. You owe Jamaica a lot that you have scuffed.
Hey, caller. Hold on. Just hold on.
Wait, no, man.
No, man. No. Hold on.
All right, let me put it this way.
Hold on,
let me go
listen,
on the boss
caller.
Let me say the boss. Let me change it.
Caller, can you listen to me?
Okay.
We have to be careful about the things what we say. If you have the evidence, because truth is a defense in court, yeah? But if you don't have no evidence of these things, you have to be careful. Yeah? So me just try to save you and save me any unnecessary lawsuit.
Okay. All right. Let me mention the boss then.
Yeah.
Everybody know about the boss.
Yeah.
Now, pardon me. I get you. The boss. Let me mention the boss then. Him can't say that is a lie.
About what?
The bosses, the money.
Let me
for
tell
the
you
boss.
something. You see the boss them, we know say somebody robbed some money, we don't know who. But we know say money rob off of the boss. We don't know who.
But Mr. Colin, no, the same Vaz say he not going to bring the rest of us them and all know no bus can't come. Him to show paperwork. Him not showing the paperwork. Why you not showing the paperwork if you're honest? Nothing like that.
I would love to see the receipts for the boss. I want to see all of the boss.
Right? All right. School soon open again. Are the children going to get the buses? Me ask Vaz, that money that you collect, you should have put back that in the bus money.
Well, I think the Auditor General is on the bus. And we expect by September the Auditor General to get to our destination on the bus.
They might take too long with them something, because if in case try 1, 2, 3,
the case
and
not try.
Can't try.
The case never try, caller.
Pardon me, yes, it never try, but it come to a settlement.
Yeah, man.
That means it was on the table. It was right there. It's either on the negotiate and settle, or it got to trial.
Well,
one out of the two.
Well,
so
it's
them
settled.
settle.
It's settled. They
Right,
came to a settlement. And
Why did he say so?
And Dayton will apologize.
Why did he say? Why didn't make it go to the end of the mile? And just like Rail Reid all a go on and a go on, he can't come to the settlement or no. And nothing you're not hearing about Rail Reid. So why did he do that? Did his law? I'm just saying this, you don't know. I'm asking the question, did his lawyers say, okay, go to a secondment, or he chose to? Then he should know why. And if it's not his lawyers and he chose why, then you should never let he get away with what he has been doing. Because, say for instance, Tufton. Look what Tufton had done, and he's 28 of you over there. All he need was 16 for that same drill, which was 33 what? $1,000 when say 3 million or something. Come on, PNP, you know, open on the eye, you can't make them a beat on the down, so. Put on what you must put on and them too. And show them say on the not joke. Don't make them take on but no walk over.
All right,
because
Carla.
they know when they do the things, they know how to go around it, right?
All right.
No, it must not be like that.
All right, bless you.
Colleen.
Yes, ma'am.
Colleen.
Yes, ma'am.
Listen this. And let me finish with this. You see, the members of parliament who have, like they have businesses and charities and all of that, this should be, I don't know if it might be in the constitution, I don't know, because the prime minister do what he wants to do. It's illegal, you know. That should be in their illegal.
It should be, and we've been calling for that change to be made. That people like all the prime minister should not hustle and not juggle and not compete with we.
No!
It shouldn't happen.
And it shouldn't happen.
Those are some of the changes that we need. When you're going to the parliament, you're not supposed to be in an active business.
No.
Using your position. You shouldn't be using your position as parliamentarian to get special benefit and favors. And those are some of the things that the Integrity Commission point to about certain loan that the Prime Minister got from certain institutions.
Yeah, they
Carla,
use that
we're going
to get around.
We're going to run, Carla, because we had promised the listeners and viewers that we're going to offer some suggestion to the Prime Minister and his team. And Raleigh will tell us if those can work, if the country can find the funding to deal with them kind of something. So we're going to go into that right now, all right?
Water go on duck back.
Listen, it's not just water and duck back, but we have a responsibility as responsible journalists and broadcasters. All right.
I'm not saying not to do it, but you know them not listen. It's the country would not be in the situation it is right now had they been listening.
All right, Carla. Bless. Raleigh.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So, before we get into it, yesterday one of the things we were looking back at is the decline that we had going into COVID. What you remember those numbers that we fell by when COVID started?
Hold on, but before I go, the petrol jam today, diesel gone up by 5%, 4.98%, $2.44. 87 up by 8.72%, 450. 90 up by 9%, 450. Propane is down by 25 cents. Kerosene up by $1.27. That's 2.36%. Butane up by 25 cents, 0.21%. Ultra low sulfur diesel up by 6.7% or $3.06. So most of the things that are up today.
Yeah.
International oil prices, American oil up to 74.54.
What a jump.
British oil up to 78 as the thing escalate between Iran and the USA. Iran said them attack 85 targets after the US strike them yesterday.
Yeah.
So things are escalate because what the Iranians them say, Trump them are try to go around them because the part of the strait for them to go through that Iran can collect money. Them are go around the man, them are go up on the Omani side. Yeah? When I try to go around the man, them say that now gonna work if they try to go around the so we're gonna stop them. That is why the Iranians them won't fire upon the ship them. Because they might try to circumvent the man them because they don't want to pay the man them the money.
So it was a part of the deal that Iran would collect toll.
Yeah, so the money must say if you come through the part of the collect the toll, so which Trump the mother circumvent the thing and I go around the Oman side, because Oman they're on American side, So
yes.
Yeah, so that's the problem. So the money so what defend with interest. So if you know come down there so you can't pass. Yep. So that's the problem now.
Yeah. So the street are block again.
Yeah, well some
Lord
say now
God.
block it again. So gone back into the crisis again.
Whenever I look for that door, with a hope say things would have settled down and give the world a chance to get back on its feet.
We're going back into that again. Yeah, because the bombing are going right now.
Yes, I've been watching some of it today.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so let's go back to the numbers, Raleigh. COVID.
Before COVID, we were flatlining.
Yes.
Yeah. So the economy was a flatline. Never grown and never declined. It was a flatlining, 0 point this and 0 point that.
Stagnation,
yeah.
Before COVID. COVID came and we fell.
Yeah, man. By 12%.
12%. When was that? 2020?
2020, yeah.
We fell by 12%. And 2021, what happened?
We continued on that trajectory, then we start have some small recovery. Yep. It'll be exactly what takes place in our 2020.
Yes. Because we want to look at the recovery. So 2020, the Jamaican economy dropped by 12%. Boom! Way down the gully we go. So when name mega one now, when the name I tell we say we grow by 5%. Those were recovering. Yeah? So when you're dropping at the wall, you have to start recover.
Yeah.
Zine? And that's why 2 consecutive quarters have declined. Meaning you're in a recession. 3 you continue. Even if you are declining less, you have to start show that recovery growth. To recover, the GDP have to start go back. Yeah?
Yeah. 5.7% in 2021.
Yes.
That was the recovery.
And 2022?
Okay, hold on.
So we're just putting some things into perspective. Because some people have the opinion that there was a time the country grew by 5% under Joel. Never happened. Those were recovery. After 12% drop, you grow 5, so that means you still have 7 for catch up. So you know recover yet. You're recovering. You're in the process of getting back that 12%. So we still look for them number there.
Yeah,
You're listening to the Colin Bell Show. We're live on Portland Spice TV. If you have not yet clicked the thumbs up, please click it for us. Like the video. If you have not yet subscribe and share. Master Jam name. Where did I have him? Thank you, Megawatt Volt. Master Jam, because sometimes we are mixing him up with you. Yeah? Was on the channel one morning talking him rubbish. So when they challenge us, with numbers, we don't leave it until you don't get it because we have the numbers.
Yeah, man.
We have the numbers. So Raleigh just look for the accurate number that we recovered.
Yeah. Starting data what about?
Starting data. So 2020 we declined by 12%. 2021 we start recover 5%. So we still out 7%. 2022.
Yeah, go for that now.
That's what Raleigh I look for right now for give you that figure. So all those numbers were recovering from the decline caused by COVID. We're not take nothing from them, we are give them the truth. Yeah, man. So this evening we say we want to give the government some tips and some ideas of how to take Jamaica out of the recession. Yeah? How to save our people. Because the people must suffer, you know. People must suffer. Really, if you can't find that, I could left that, you know.
Yeah, man, what up, man? That looks like why we're going to talk. We can talk while we get it.
Yeah. So the next thing now, Raleigh, where we are looking for now, is one of the idea that I have been saying to you from the other day, that the government must spend $50 billion in renewable energy, solar, getting the expert to teach our youths how to build the panel, to install the panel, and to cut our oil importation by 25%. Can the government find that $50 billion to invest in solar technology?
Well, we're lined up to have $3.6 billion in loan flows that were mobilized by the multilateral agency.
Right. So if
access to that money is there.
So if we draw down them funds, what damage will it do to the economy? Because
we can't see how it will do damage to the economy if you invest it in those sectors. Those sectors can only lead to increase foreign exchange savings and create value-added jobs and strengthen the exchange rate and all of those things.
Because we need to produce.
Yeah, man.
And if we start producing energy, that's one of the big ticket items.
Yeah, man, and it will make us more competitive so we can save foreign exchange and we can generate more foreign exchange earnings. We can export more and we can create better jobs.
Presently, we are paying somewhere between 45 cents and 50 cents US per kilowatt hour. If we can cut 25% off of that, we would be down to about 30 cents.
Yeah, man. And we'll become more competitive, not only in our domestic market, but also internationally.
If we look at another $30 billion rally that we're going to put into agriculture,
that also would be very good. Yeah, because again, the food and consumer goods import bill is one of our biggest bills. So
what would that do to the debt to GDP? Because we're taking these loans, with you drawing down the fund now, it's going to move the debt to GDP. Isn't that so?
Yeah, but you have to look at the other side. So it means that you are going to grow faster. So if you grow faster, the debt to GDP, as many people don't know, it is based on nominal GDP. Yeah, that's GDP before adjustment for inflation. So if you look at GDP right now, which is programmed at $3.8 trillion, so even if you grow that by say 5%, let us say 5%. The minister said we're supposed to grow by more than that.
By 7.
By 7. That's the point there, right? So even if you say you grow that by 5%, yeah? Yeah. Right? Yeah, look at almost 4 trillion and change.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So that will keep your debt to GDP down, even if you borrowed a portion of that money.
Yes.
So once the economy is growing, then it won't be a problem. Just like personally, if you borrow money and you use it to invest and start generate more income,
you can pay your loan.
You have a problem.
Yeah.
It's when you waste the money now and don't spend it on production and spend it on consumption, then you have a problem. Yeah, so nothing is wrong with borrowing as long as you're used to produce and earn and save foreign exchange.
So we're gone, based on my package rally, we're gone $80 billion. I am suggesting that the government spend another $40 billion investing in the culture and the creative industry. Starting the exportation of culture. Because one of the problems we have in Jamaica is that we are not exporting. Export is down by, I think, 28% since this year. So we need to start increase export. Culture can be exported, Mr. Prime Minister. I am ready to explain it to you, how you're going to package the culture to export it.
By the way, $80 billion is only 2% of GDP. So if you borrow $80 billion and grow GDP.
Another 40 on that is 120 billion.
All right. What's the calculation again? So watch it.
120 billion. It's about maybe 3%, 3.5%. 3%.
That is only 3.2% of GDP.
3% of GDP. So if we grow, if we use that to grow the GDP by 5%.
By 5%,
And I dare say 7% we're going to grow it by.
Yeah, you're better off by far. So you get to GDP that still remain at a 60% range.
And the $40 billion could, in terms of in the culture and the creative industry, could bring you 50,000 good paying jobs.
Good paying jobs. Similarly,
the 30 billion in the 30 billion in agriculture could really bring you 20,000 jobs.
Energy sector.
The $50 billion in the renewable in solar could bring you one next 20,000. So you're talking about 100,000 jobs.
And you'll be able to cut the trade deficit because you're able to export more.
Yes.
And you'll be able to reduce imports. Yeah, because you're the import substitution and exporting more. So you have more foreign exchange and you can stabilize the dollar without manipulation.
There's one more idea I want to give to the government, Raleigh. I want to say to the government that you must develop the housing stock.
Yeah, man.
Get into social housing. The government, within the next 2 years, should build 15,000 houses for the people of Jamaica. Yep. England have a thing that they call council house.
Yeah.
Right? That people get them house if it's cheap. The suggestion to the government is build a 24 by 12. Or you can build high-rise blocks. And people would pay like $5,000 a month for rent. If you build on them land, them pay like $2,500 a month for rent. They'll be paying their water bill. They'll be paying their own light bill. Yeah? And therefore, you're building resilient. So when the next Category 5 hurricane come, those people would be safe. And the government should allocate a portion to every constituency. Every constituency should get some of that house. But you must first focus on the West. Yeah? To put those people who face Melissa, they should not be in the position that Melissa put them ever again.
Yeah.
That would cost the government another $150 billion, Raleigh.
Yeah, man.
What would that do to the economy? So we are looking now upon $270 billion.
And remember, I mean, all those things will take place over a period of time. The progressively, the GDP would be increasing as we go along. Yeah, so it'll be in a better economic position over time, and you get the GDP ratio will come down.
What is the government waiting on, Raleigh?
I'm telling you, this is an emergency, so I can't tell you what they are waiting on in the budget.
And the government now have NARA that can implement these projects forthwith. Right away. The social housing, Mr. Prime Minister, you're going to build some on government land. Those are the ones that the occupants going to pay $5,000 a month. Not more than $10,000 a month. Because social house. The ones that you build on people land, they will pay 50% of that for a period of time.
All right, let's back up a bit. So hold on. So when we talk about growth, we talk about real GDP. So after they make the adjustment, because formerly we used to use 2007 as the base year. Let me explain that so that people understand.
Yeah.
When we talk about growth, we talk about real GDP. So we take out inflation out of it because GDP is the total value of all the final goods and services. Now, if you produce more and it costs you more to produce, you have to take out the more that it costs you to produce.
Yeah.
So we used to use 2007 and then change the other day to
2015. Yeah.
All right. So then convert the thing. In 2021, in 2015 dollars, real GDP was 1.5 trillion. In 2022, it moved up to 1.6 trillion.
Yeah.
In 2023, it moved to 1.69 trillion. In 2024, it moved to 1.73 trillion. In 2025, it dropped to 1.72 trillion. And in 2026, it dropped to 1.7 trillion. That's last quarter of 2026. And in the first quarter, the first quarter of this year, it's now down to 1 trillion.
1 point too much?
6.
1.6 trillion.
Yeah.
What was it, 2024?
2024, it was 1.73.
When did it get to 2 trillion?
Prior to that, 2025, it was 1.721.
Okay.
Before COVID, we were up at that time at $2 trillion.
Before COVID, we were at $2 trillion.
Yeah, man.
So we haven't get back to pre-COVID.
No. Instead of getting back there, we have got the other way. We have got the other direction.
Give me the exact year when we were at 2 trillion, Raleigh.
Well, we would have it here, so it's starting, but that would be like 2019.
2019. We were at 2 trillion. COVID came, so we have not totally recovered from COVID then, Raleigh.
No, we're going in the other direction.
Oh, yeah.
We're going down. Down, we're going.
So how they make it sound like we came out of COVID with flying colors?
Come on.
No, but you see, that's why this program is critical. In 2019, the GDP was $2 billion.
2 trillion.
2 trillion, sorry. 2 trillion Jamaican dollars.
Yeah, man.
20 billion US dollars.
Yeah, man.
Since COVID, we have not gotten back there.
Yeah, we're going the other
and we're
way.
sinking again.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah, Raleigh, tell me now, though. $270 billion. Can the government find that? And what kind of stress that would put on the economy?
The money that's mobilized, as I said, in conjunction with the multilateral agencies, and just tell the country that they mobilized 3.6 billion US dollars. Yeah? You multiply that by 150, you're talking about 540 billion Jamaican dollars. Yep. You know, have to take all of that one time. You have to run that over even a 3-year period or so. Yeah, and GDP will grow while you do that. It's a necessity. So even if you divide that by, say, 4 and run that over a 4-year period, that's like $135 billion a year.
Yes.
Yep. So if you even said you keep GDP constant now, $135 billion times 100 divided by 2.6.
Callers will soon take your calls. We are going to take your calls, but we want to put them things upon the table. That's
just like 3.5% of GDP. So even if you run it at, say you take $135 billion annually, that's 3.5% of GDP.
And that will kickstart the economy.
Yeah, man.
Anybody want to challenge that? Caller, good evening.
Good evening, Colin.
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, Uncle Ralston.
Good evening.
Our question for you, it's a brilliant plan. But the one thing I need to confirm or clarify with you, with all those which sounds like a stimulus package, which is good packages to stimulate the economy. But first, short-term and long-term, because in it, I can see some of them are short-term and some of them are for the long-term. Which ones are the short-term or the long-term?
And what you refer to as long-term, because all of these should be completed within 3 years. The solar plan is a plan that you want to jump into right now and get that complete by the end of this financial year.
Similarly, the food security are right away.
Right away. The houses are right away, right now. There's no real long-term plan. Well, they will have long-term benefit, But to build them out is not a long-term thing. All of these are stuff where you need to start right now. And that's why I mentioned the fact that them have NARA.
Should I start already?
So
Should I start already?
Okay. Will these monies, as you talk about with the NARA, with the monies that we already get to do those work, and he said he needed NARA to use those monies, which is the money that we get to borrow. But what about the capital budget that is actually there that hasn't been spent, and those money they're sitting there? Are those monies still part of NARA? I mean, those are valid questions that economically we need to know. And the one thing that I don't hear from you, Uncle Ralston, is in the interim, the people right now who has no jobs, what stimulus package could be in place other than those are skilled workers and all that could be implemented to help offset the impact of, food price increases, which we know is from the energy, from gas price, oil price. What package could be put in place to help the actual householder offset? For example, in Canada, we get a grocery rebate check. That's what I mean. I'm just asking Uncle Hassan if there's anything that he could suggest to this government to offset the actual right now hardship that is on the people of Jamaica. I'm going back to class.
Go ahead, Raleigh. You want to take that first?
Yeah, well, they must say them can't afford it. Yeah, that's the argument to them are advanced. Other countries, like the UK and I should say Canada and them, they have them kind of relief program there. They must say fiscally them can't afford that and them can't afford it on a long term. So they need to put something like that in place. But the best solution right now, long-term solution to the problem, is to have the kind of investments that we're talking about in those sectors.
Right, because what I was saying to the caller,
jobs, right?
Building 15,000 social houses within that 3-year period would create a whole heap of job for people with low skill. For people with low skill. One. Two, the solar project would create a lot of job. It would create on the job training and people getting paid at the same time. Agriculture, as we name the job, 20,000 from agriculture, 20,000 from the solar project, 50,000 from the culture and the creative project. So a lot of people, that 300,000 that is outside the job market, would be directly engaged. And then, of course, you would have the massive spin-off.
On a sustainable basis.
A sustainable basis.
Yeah, that's why welfare jobs are kind of handout situation.
Exactly, because you can't sustain that when you want to grow the economy. That will have to come from an economy that is already flourishing.
Precisely.
But to grow it now, you need to put people to work. You need to start producing so that you can start export more and start earn foreign exchange.
Yeah, man.
Somebody's asking why rent the houses. Because people have to contribute something. Yeah? Because the government is putting out this kind of money, and therefore a contribution of a comeback. It can't be for free. You can't afford it for free. Somebody was saying to me that maybe the rent should even be 10,000 because 10,000 for a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom, But you want when I looked at the model, I looked at the model that they have in England. We're not inventing these things. We see them in other place. The council house strategy that they have in England. People live in a decent place, pay a relatively small fee to the government. Yeah? So people are pay them way. People now get nothing, give it out free.
Awesome.
We have another caller. Good evening, caller. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Yeah, good evening, Colin, and good evening, Ralston. You know, that's
Yeah.
where I want the housing thing. I like that instead of the Prime Minister talking about social housing, I like that aspect that you are proposing,
Yeah, man, said that is
Colin,
one
for
house,
social
give away one
housing.
house, one house.
One house drop,
Yeah,
yes,
man.
or one house drop, and a monopoly. You understand me?
Yes.
I like that. And then the multiplier effect that would garner down, trickle down from that, because like you say, people would be working. Well, now say from last year with Hurricane Melissa,
Yes,
with the building of the
it's the same thing, you know. It's the same thing, we not change.
Yeah.
Are the
So
same plan.
The multiplier effect would be there. And you know something too, Colin, because you see that container housing thing is not as secure as all they are thinking, you know, because a good and this is like a oxymoron, a good hurricane, you know, which no hurricane is good, but you understand what I'm saying, right?
Yes.
You know,
A strong
you know,
hurricane will turn it over.
yes, yeah, that would take a
Marie?
lift up that I'm calling Ralston. Wind will lift up and that to smithereens.
And if you are
So
close to the sea, it will start rust soon.
yes, you know. So the best thing to do would be as you say, you know, you build sustainable houses. Oh, you build. I think I'm an ex-husband. You know, you build sustainable housing that would garner you know, would jumpstart the economy. People work and all of that. The trickle down effect, you know, our multiplier effect, whichever one is better. So that's what should be done.
Yeah, man. You see, let me tell you something. You know, there are a lot of things that we need to do in Jamaica. Critical are these that we just put forward: energy, food security, housing, and export. And there's nothing we have more than culture to export. And culture has been bought right around the world. Everybody buy culture.
Yeah, and also Colin, like you say, I think the rental, like you say in England and stuff like that, it could be done off it could be done off like what about, like, you know, these people that are gonna get these houses, you vet them and you're like a needs basis. So you pay the rent. The rent maybe based on your salary. What do you think about that?
And as I said, for the social housing, there would be a difference, you know, for people who can pay, because there is the rent to own, which would be totally different. Yeah, but we're talking about the social aspect of it. Hold on. We're talking about the aspect of it of people who can't afford their house mash up in the hurricane. They can't afford to build it back. Government have a responsibility to ensure that the citizens have good shelter. The government of Jamaica is signatory to about 3 United Nations convention that says the government should ensure that its people have adequate housing. So the government must play a part in building out the housing stock. But we can't afford to get it free. So you're going to ask people for minimum payment, monthly payment. And then you step it up to another level now to those who can go in at the rent to own. So a man can pay $15,000 10, 15 years and him own it. The man will have land where you build on theme land, he can pay $2,500 a month, and after a certain time, you look a theme that you leave him with it. So the government must now use this kind of funding to, one, kickstart the economy, and two, bring dignity, Mr. Prime Minister, to the people of Jamaica.
And you know, and oh my God, Mr. Minister. But that part about the housing, because right now that is what people are crying about. We see it, especially with the elderly. The elderly one who may sit down and sleep on a cardboard and tarpaulin. Those are the ones that, you know, that minimum, because we supposed to have poor relief and all of that. So maybe those, instead of you giving them that part check or whatever, calling a Rasta, maybe that money then, because like in the States, when you get your social security, if you're going like a nursing home or, you know, something, whatever, you know, that check is used towards you keep it. So we go along that trajectory. This is what I want to say. Because like you say, Colin, the template is out there based on what people have done, the best practices people have done in other jurisdictions that we could take into consideration and use those as a template as how we're gonna start. Like you said, you kickstart the economy, you're bringing back dignity to the people that have been ravished by the hurricane, and you know, stuff like that. So we need to do that. But this is the container thing, like you say. A couple years time that people are no house.
The government caller has made a major blunder in using our foreign exchange to go buy those containers to bring to Jamaica. We could have built 10,000 houses since Melissa. The government blundered.
Yes, big time. Big time. So this is where I'm hoping they're listening, but as I said, this evening is solution evening. I hope they are listening, you know, and not because it'll come from, you know, somebody that you might not like, you said politics. Take these best practices, pick out where you want out of that, and everything where you're Rasta and talk about the city, they are good solutions. So this is what we need right now, because the economy is in a slump, and when you kickstart and put people to work, remember when crash program people get $500 a week, $2,500, $25 a week, Colin, and the amount of things when we see people to do with $25, you know, Colin and Ralston. People got supermarket and show partner, you know. I send people to school, you know. So imagine where we know Jamaica. And Rasta said no like that word resilient, and it make me not like it too. Because say me like we love suffering. But
we are long suffering. When them tell me that, I tell them it's on a long suffering. You can hold it. You can hold it like a G.
I don't like it.
All right,
Marie. I don't like it. The more hard use it, but so is it. But we're resilient, and if we get the chance, we will take it and run with it.
Yes.
Like Omar Dave said, and make something out of it.
Blessings.
Okay, gentlemen.
One love. Raleigh, the solar project that will produce that kind of energy. I would love somebody to work it and to see exactly what $50 billion could do to a small island like Jamaica.
Yeah, man, and them have a lot of experts here. Fast Rich and them, man. Stephen Fast and them, man, can work them numbers there. All the government needs to do is to approach those people. What people here who are skilled in that kind of business. Fast is a man who will be with all of the international companies and Siemens and Nexans and all of them.
And then guess what, Raleigh? After 3 years of building out Jamaica's solar system, then we could start export even to the Caribbean.
Of course, yeah, man. They just need to talk to them people who are very skilled in order to deal with the multilateral companies, multinational companies.
We would train a lot of people. A lot of people could have started their own solar business.
Yeah, man.
Making solar panel, making the entire system.
Germany and them place the big in a solar, and we have companies in Jamaica who have partnerships with those people.
So what are we waiting on?
I don't know, brother.
What are we waiting on? The oil market is always volatile.
Yep.
Food security, Raleigh. Food security.
The prices are up again. That's another one. Yeah, man.
Hold on a sec for me, caller. Food security. This one is a big one, Raleigh, because this is not even just about export. This is about securing food for your people. What did we learn from COVID? Shipping got expensive, and we have not done anything significant to change the trajectory of our Go ahead.
I remember the Gulf is not just about oil, and it's also about fertilizer.
Exactly.
Yep.
And Ukraine and Russia has been fighting for what, 4 years now? That is also about grains.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, so food is always a problem. Yep. But we're not following the international developments and we're not learning from them. Yep. I tell you.
Let's take a call. Like up the video for me, everybody. Like up the video. Go ahead, caller. Good evening.
Colin.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Blessings.
Yeah, my first time caller. Calling from out of Florida.
Thank you. Welcome.
Yeah, I need to ask Ralston a question.
Yeah, man. He's listening.
Are you, anyone you can answer? Right? What is the best investment in Jamaica right now? What is the best thing to invest in Jamaica right now?
You mean like for a private person?
Yeah.
Raleigh, you want to take that on?
What was that?
What is the best thing to invest in Jamaica right now? So a private, let's say somebody in the diaspora want to invest in something in Jamaica. What is the best thing?
Well, the thing, you know, the thing that I talked about a while ago. So you can invest in a real estate, houses, good thing to invest in. If you are somebody who no want to go long and all of that, you can invest in a government paper. Yeah, if you don't want to go long and you want to play it safe. So you have houses, you have government securities if you don't want to go long.
So the mapping up, when the bank map up liquidity, you can invest in that.
Yeah, man, if you want to take risk, you can go in agriculture.
When the government afloat papers, you can go in that.
And if you want to go long term, you can go in the houses or you can go in agriculture. There's great demand for Jamaican food all over the world.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah, man.
All right,
okay,
my brother.
Understood.
Yeah, man. Someboody is saying that $50 billion is not even 40 million US. It's not it's not a lot of money. And what it would do to the economy would be great. That's the point I'm making, caller.
There's a lot of money in Jamaica. It's not a lot of money in the US. What about Jamaica?
Or globally. It's not a lot of money globally. But it's a lot of money in Jamaica. And it would do great things for the Jamaican economy. You imagine, what is our oil bill last year? What was our oil bill last year, Raleigh?
$2 billion US.
So if we cut that by 25%, we'll be saving $500 million US.
Yeah,
500 million
that's
savings.
A whole heap of money.
You're looking to get from that.
Whole heap of money that for us. If we cut the food import bill by, again, the same thing, that's another $500 million.
The intention must also to be to cut the food bill by 25%.
Yeah, so that's $1 billion US that we save. That's a whole lot of pressure even for the economy and the exchange rate.
And that's why we say to people that the government is leading us down a road of destruction.
And by the way, when you cut that thing there, you don't have to do so much mapping up there. So you free up a whole heap of money to go and do investment.
Exactly.
You can bring down the So there's a connection, but people don't understand the connection. If you do that, you have to do so much mapping up.
And we do that. It is saving us the spending also to find $1 billion US to go. They go buy the oil and buy the food.
Yeah, man.
So it would also ease the pressure off of the Jamaican dollar.
Yeah, man. It's a win-win situation everywhere, and that bring down the cost of living.
Well, listeners and viewers,
so it's a win-win-win-win-win-win-win.
We criticize. Go ahead, Raleigh.
So based on the change in the deflator from 2007 to 2015, real GDP by the expenditure side would have been $2 trillion in 2015, $2 trillion in 2016, $2.136 trillion in 2017, $2.181 trillion in 2018, $2.2 trillion in 2019. Then it dropped to $2 trillion back in 2020, COVID-19. 2021, it started to recover, $2.2 trillion. 2022, $2.36 trillion. 2023, $2.4 trillion. Starting to give the rest for 24 and 25.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, man.
So, Raleigh, we have been criticizing the government, pointing out the things that are going wrong. What else?
For years.
What else you want to say to them that they need to do, Raleigh, so as to fix the problem? What else?
All them need from do now is move with speed, move with alacrity, make sure the money spent right, transparently and accountability, and get the country going. Spend the money with transparency, accountability, and speed. Stop the bureaucracy and tell about procurement process and everything. And it does not mean that if you are going to move with speed, it means that you have to lack transparency. So it put it simple, it not mean if you have to reach work on time, you have to run through every red light. Simple.
Leave out early, drive carefully, get to work on time. So the government must be transparent. We must hold them accountable. And we need people who not have the sticky finger, because one of the things too that can save us some money is if we cut out the corruption that is costing us what, $120 billion annually.
Yeah, man. Yeah. If we do those things, because that is one of the biggest constraints to investments and economic growth, the corruption. So when the Prime Minister said, boy, a project that was supposed to cost X, cost the X plus because it takes too long to do, we not accept them things. The thing can do on time and within budget. Yeah? We don't want that kind of situation that we have to tell you now, say, you have to go cut corners to do it the right way, to do it on time. And then now we lose a whole lot of money because you cut corners. That's not necessary.
Or then you use political victimization and don't do the thing when you should have do it, and then it costs us more.
Yeah, until we say that's strategy. That is not a strategy.
One thing before we go, Raleigh.
Unless you fall in a back trap and say two political strategy, you keep us hungry.
Tell her. One thing before we go. After Hurricane Melissa, the multilateral said that them have money can lend with.
Yeah, man.
The government took some time, but they finally deal with the multilateral. When was it that the Prime Minister came and said the money was available? 3.6 and 2.4. So that's what?
Shortly after.
Yeah.
Shortly after. We only draw down the IMF money. We don't take no other money.
That was about what? So the hurricane was November. By January, that was available, don't?
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm.
What was the value of that money then and the value of that money now? Has it lost value, Raleigh?
Yeah, well, in Jamaican terms, yes, because the inflation rate has now accelerated to 5.5%, so it will buy less in Jamaica now. And globally too, because global inflation is now higher than then.
So tell us again about time and money.
Yeah, man, and it's going to get higher because some starting foolishness again. So the money that could have buy X when inflation was 2% and 2.8%, it will buy X minus now that inflation is at 3.4 and 5.5% in Jamaica, 3.4% in the US and 5.5% in Jamaica.
So already the government has sat down while the money start diminish.
Yeah, the value of the money. Yeah, man, buy it. I remember, so the real value of money is what it can buy now.
Yes.
It's not the number that depends on the note.
Yes, that's why I take you back to when we get it with the value and with value no.
Yeah, so when the listeners here were talking about nominal and real. Nominal means wait right on the note said 5,000. Real away can buy when you go buy something. Yeah, man. So I want people to understand them simple concepts. So when you sit down and something you're supposed to do last year, you wait 5 years to do it.
Like the Prime Minister, when the Prime Minister told us about Tri-Bridge.
Yeah,
that's
man,
a big perfect example.
Yeah, man, that is highly irresponsible. A big man like that with a big job like that supposed to know better than that.
$70 billion. We could have 70 million. Sorry. We could have saved.
We should have fined for that. Like all the 1.4 billion. Yeah, like all the 1.4 billion of them get so long and spend it.
You know value that again.
No. So we should have fined for them something like that.
Of course.
A big man like that and them big job there and do them foolishness there.
Yep. Waste the people.
Until we say it's a strategy. What kind of strategy is that? A political strategy?
It's a madman strategy. That's not a political strategy.
Yeah,
that's madman strategy.
Yeah, that's not a financial strategy. That's stupidness.
What the rule about time and money, Raleigh? I'll tell you about time and money again.
The time value of money. Yes. Money received today have a greater value than money received tomorrow because of inflation and compounding. Simple. So, as inflation accelerates, if you lend a man of money today, when inflation accelerates and then give back that money, you have a buying. So the quicker you collect your money, the better for you. Yeah? Yep.
So you sit down on the money get less. We are take the final call. Go ahead, caller. Good evening. Hello? Hello? Or would I give him a final run? But Raleigh, anything else you want to add before you leave us this evening?
No, what I say simple is that the situation start deteriorate globally again. Remember, Donald Trump is a very volatile man, and we see the situation start deteriorate. Crude oil prices start go up, bond deals start go up, stock prices start drop. In other words, global wealth start wipe out again. So the world economy start get poorer and poorer. We need to start move now, because Jamaica is a part of the global economy. When things deteriorate globally, particularly in the US, things deteriorate in Jamaica. So we need to get the show on the road now. Yep.
And I just find the clip with Andrew Holness talking about the time value of money.
Of money. Yeah.
Listen to him.
I can't complain,
No,
because ultimately it is the government that makes the law. And I want everybody to appreciate that the government can
is not
change
the one, my
the law
listeners
as
and
well.
viewers. That's not the one. That's not the one. I need to find him, because him talk about the time value of money in a C tier.
Would have cost us. Can't complain,
Hold on, caller. Hold on.
Because ultimately, it is the government.
Not this one. Hold on there. I'm mixing them up, eh? See me or no?
At least 30%.
Make we start it. See me or no?
It would have cost us at least 30% less if we had built this bridge 4 years ago.
You hear the man say?
It would have cost us at least 30% less if we had built this bridge 4 years ago.
Perfect example of the time value of money, Raleigh.
Right.
Perfect.
Who is the Prime Minister? Who is to be blamed for that?
Then him not just tell us him blunder.
Yeah, it's not fine for that, man. Joking.
Final call for the evening. Go ahead, caller.
Mr. Colin, I called already. I have a question for Mr. Ralston.
Pick on fast.
Mr. Ralston.
Yeah, man,
can
go
I
ahead.
go ahead?
Yes.
Mr. Ralston, have you tried to reach the Prime Minister by any means as a financial guru who could advise him? Have you tried to reach him so I have to have a conversation with him about the economy and all these things that you're suggesting, sir? I'll hang up while I listen.
All right.
Over and over.
And with no success.
No success.
All right.
Over and over.
All right, Raleigh. If you want to say
man.
anything else, go ahead. We're wrapping it up right here.
Well, enough said, as I said, the global economy start to deteriorate again, and Jamaica is a small open economy within the context of the global economy. Everything that happens globally affects Jamaica, so we need to move now. Simple. Time for talking done.
Blessings,
we need
man.
to move with speed, transparency, and accountability. Simple.
Yes, sir. Big up yourself.
Man.
We'll talk.
All right, blessings.
We'll talk. One love. My people, Ralston Iman, the top financial analyst anywhere on media. Waste of time. And if you take the money and take long to spend it, the money lose value. Prime Minister Andrew Holness said it perfectly.
It would have cost us at least 30% less if we had built this bridge 4 years ago.
4 years ago, you could have called it 2021 or 2022. Let's say 2021. You were in your second term, Prime Minister Andrew Holness. So you had covered about 6 years already. So what you talking about? And some people can't see, so even the man I show you, same blunder. He also said this.
The law. And I want everybody to appreciate that the government, I can't complain, because ultimately it is the government that makes the law. And I want everybody to appreciate that the government can change the law as well.
So the man just tell us, I can't say nothing about all this, because if we talk about procurement, we make the law, and we can change the law. They have not changed it. And they blame in procurement. Make certain on the Prime Minister, on the Finance Minister, on the Commerce Minister, on the Agriculture Minister, on the Energy Minister see this video here. And make them understand that it's time to get cracking to save the Jamaican people. We are patriots. And that's why we're sharing the ideas with the government. Can't say we never share it. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again, it's going to be Saturday morning for the Colin Bell Show. Stick and stay with us on Portland Spice TV. Share the channel. Yeah, like up the video. Be a Portland Spice ambassador. Portland Spice TV, the spice of the Caribbean. All Caribbean, one people. Blessings. Say it again now. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again, peace, my people.